Hello, welcome to another part of Tomb Raider 2 Remastered, doing the meme playthrough of Lara in a bathrobe for the whole game. At the end of the game, there's a scene where she looks at the camera when she's in her bathrobe, about to have a shower, and she goes, "Don't you think you've seen enough?" and then shoots the camera, which was a really funny, tongue-in-cheek way to make fun of players back then who were expecting to see more from Lara than what they saw. And so, in the spirit of that, I thought it'd be funny to do an entire playthrough of her in the bathrobe so that when it gets to that end scene, it's even more punctuated.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I like to go through this part first and deal with all these enemies so that when we have to come back here later, they're already dealt with.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We have to come back here later, but I like to do the killing of the enemies first. Then that way, whatever health I might have by the time I get back to this point, if I've got a small amount of health, then at least I know that I don't have to worry about getting locked into a cycle, a death loop. Hey there, Sona. Welcome. How's things? Promoting proper heavy moving techniques. That's it. But you got to admire Lara's hand grip, though, or fingertip grip, able to grab objects on their flat surface and put her hands underneath the big giant ass block to then just pull.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Sona, just a lazy day for you. How about me? Oh, that's fair enough, Sona, to have a day like that. I hope it ends up being a good one. As for me, doing well. I've had a good morning. Well, I mean, it's past midday now. So it's not morning anymore. Yep, jumped right into that one. Literally.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Hello there, Bearsuit. Hi there. How's things going today, dude? Thank you also very much for the 45 months in a row of subscribing. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that a lot. Time flies so fast. That's awesome. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Ryanoculars, thank you very much for the follow.
Uh-huh.
Bearsuit, is going well for you? Doing some gaming and watching my stream before you get ready for bed in the next hour or so? Very nice. That's really good, dude. Glad to hear that. Doing some Last of Us. I'm getting the feeling that it's about time that I actually played that game again. Also, you got the first 3 Tomb Raider games for PS1 last week. You'll be giving them a go early next year. That's excellent news. That's cool, dude. Looking forward to seeing you play those. Be interesting to see what you think about them. Just doing a Chris run in Resident Evil 1 Remake. Now that is a really good remake. I was very happy with that. I found what they added that wasn't in the original story-wise was actually a good idea because it gives more of a personalized account of the horror that's going on beyond just the zombies, but more also about the experimentation that Umbrella have been doing and the fact that even someone who works for them to do a job isn't safe and isn't going to necessarily be able to, live or tell anyone the tale about it. You'll be back to Last of Us tomorrow, trying to tune up for a permadeath grounded attempt. Oh, cool. So permadeath grounded. Have you done that before? Is that like, do you mean like a first attempt at it, or just another attempt? Need to make sure that this gets closed again because you have to go along that way, and if you've left the doors open, you get blocked. No, it went too wide on that jump. There we go, that's better. Bearsuit, you've done in twice about a year ago, but you want to work your way up eventually to a full no damage run of the game. That's really cool that you want to do that, because games like that, where you're being shot at, it's one thing if it's a melee based game, because it's, quote unquote, easier to dodge enemy attacks and not actually get hit. But when it's weaponry and also explosives and shit like that. Thank you, Bearsuit, as well, for the 3-stream streak. Thank you for that too. Appreciate it. It's funny, Alien Isolation makes me wary of ceilings in games where there's some kind of fluid dripping from it. I'm like, is that an alien? Bet sooner that would be a jump scare. It would be too. Plus, it'd be like, what the fuck is an alien doing in a Tomb Raider game? Not that there aren't aliens in a Tomb Raider game, but I mean to say that particular kind of alien.
Uh-huh.
the person who hid that key would be like, ha, no one will ever think to move this giant ass block that weighs so much. There will never be anyone in the entire history of humankind that would ever find this key. Sona, like the people who put their house key in the potted plant in case they lock themselves out. What would be funny is if someone had put like a fake key in the potted plant, and then when the person realized that it was actually a fake key, there would have been some ink or something on it that they didn't notice, so their fingerprints are all over it, or something, I don't know. I'm in a bear suit, like the treasure chest in AC just sitting out in the streets. That's true. Yeah, they're like, no one will find these at all. It's like, what? It'd be like, people putting their wallets on the ground for people to find. At least the last few games in the series have started barring the doors. That's true. Must be barred from the other side. Need to find 10 keys to unlock one door, and then when you unlock that door, there's another thing you need 5 more keys for. Let me see. If I have Lara instead drop, does she lose any health this way? No, okay. I thought I'd test it because I saw the block there and I thought, what if I just have Lara run off and land on it versus safety drop, see if any health gets lost. But either way is fine, that's cool. This is the thing with starting a playthrough of a game that I didn't have scheduled is I wasn't sure if I was going to stream this today. So I had everything set up for Assassin's Creed Syndicate later. But sometimes I just want to get stuck into the stream and I forget to go in and change things like stream elements messages. My excitement gets ahead of me. There we go. Alright. That message about Assassin's Creed Syndicate should not appear for the rest of the stream. That Terminator 2D game, I bought it, and when I've adjusted my stream titles when streaming from PlayStation, I've just had it playing. Just load the game up and then set up for the stream title of whatever game I'm going to stream. It's been cool just to like listen to the music. And I played a little bit of one of the training levels because I was like, I want to stream the game, so I don't want to, play the whole damn thing before I get to stream it. So I thought I'd just play one of the training levels to get a feel for the game while not actually playing the main campaign. But it feels exactly the way that it is intended to look and feel in terms of like if you played any of the Contra games, for example. Very much feels like that. So I hope they eventually do some other games based on Arnie movies. For me, the one that I would, like to see them do next is Predator. I think that'd be interesting. Especially to make it a co-op game as well. Not that I play co-op, but for people who do, it'd be great to have a co-op game based on Predator with the characters from the first movie and being able to play as multiples of them. Hey there, Lone. Thank you so very much, dude, for the 5 stream streak. Thank you. That's awesome. Long time no see again, Rod. It's been ages. The last time was in Victorian era London, and now we're in 1997. I can't remember now where Lara is. I don't know if she's still in Italy or not. How's things going, Alone? Alone, deep under the sea. That's it. Deep under the sea. The wreck of the Maria Doria, where the ship has capsized. So now everything is like it is in Australia. Bearsuit, you've been seeing a lot of people sharing screenshots of Terminator hooked up to their CRTs for a retro feel. Oh man, that'd be the other great thing to do. Play that on one of those TVs. Lone, you're okay, just sick of being sick. That is totally fair, dude. It gets to a point where you think to yourself, come on, surely this is long enough, you know. But I really hope you get better soon, though. As for me, I'm doing well. I didn't know if I was going to do another stream of this week, but here we are. And I've got plenty of time to get this level done. I was going to do it yesterday, but I ran out of time because I wanted to start my Assassin's Creed Syndicate stream by a certain point. And I knew that this level would take a while, so there was no way I was going to finish it in 20 minutes or something. Oh, good thing I'm not saving. Shit. I was just about to save. Good thing I didn't. Would have been a death loop. But, I mean, if something did happen like that, I would have to start the game from scratch, but I would use the level skip. It would just mean having to do it for every single level. Get back up to this one. No. I was hoping to actually have Lara jump around the side of that wall. There we go. Oh, it's just for a secret. Fuck it then. I'm not doing a playthrough where I collect all the secrets. I did that a few months back for my annual playthrough of this, but with the old school graphics activated. Bearsuit, oh, that would be bad getting stuck in a broken checkpoint. Absolutely, I freaking hate when that shit happens in a game. Lone, yeah, you got stuck in a death loop on Silent Hill 4 The Room, back on the PlayStation. You never went back and finished it. Oh, damn. I don't blame you, though, for not wanting to continue after that. Especially, too, when you get games you've put so much time into it already. Do you remember vaguely where you were up to? Like, were you in one of the parts where you're inside the apartment, or were you sort of like in third person? Lone, in third person, being chased by the bad guy with a chainsaw. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Walter Sullivan. What a friendly chap. It's funny because he looks like Brad Pitt with long hair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Bearsuit. It's so funny when certain characters in games remind you of actors. And doesn't necessarily have to be that they are a spitting image of them either. They can be something just about the expressions that they do or that kind of stuff that can make you feel like it reminds you of someone. Lone, you remember it? And you're sorry, are you remembering it correctly? He had a chainsaw, right? He can, yeah, yeah. He can have a chainsaw at one point in the game for sure. Oh, damn, Lone, yeah. So it must be that part, and you just couldn't get away, and you had no heals. Oh, yeah. There's nothing worse in a game like Silent Hill, or Resident Evil for that matter, and not having heals at the ready. And then sometimes you're like, oh, I remember where there's some herbs. And then on your way there, you end up dying because there was an enemy type that you forgot about momentarily because you were just so excited about the remembering that there was a health item. Then the classic, you spend so much time trying to get a health item that by the time you get the health item, you need to use it anyway. Lone, you've probably still got the save on your memory card. Nice. Yeah, I still have lying around somewhere my PlayStation 2. Well, I used it for PlayStation 1 games as well. So I don't know what I've actually still got saved on them, actually, come to think of it. So if you left these doors open from before, when you actually get to this point, they're actually blocking the way.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. The aha drinking game. Every time Lara says aha, have a shot of tequila or something. Then someone will come along and be like, aha, they must have been playing that Tomb Raider drinking game again. They're passed out. Learn that's no good for your flu. No. It's so funny. I remember, like, as a kid when I was sick, I would really crave having lemonade, and not like homemade lemonade, but the lemonade soft drink that you would buy. I don't know what it was about that drink that made me think it was probably a placebo effect. Made me think that it was helping. That might help, Rod. Learn, or is it? That would be interesting.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So earlier I said that I like to go this way first when you first land here because there's an enemy ambush that happens. And so I like to kill the enemies there first so that when I come back later, which I'm up to that point now, they're already dead. And as you can see, it worked out that I didn't have much health left getting back to this point.
Uh-huh.
Hey there, Ryu. How's it going, dude? Someone
Uh-huh.
should do a mod where it's a Bobo from Double Dragon as these enemies. Damn it.
Uh-huh.
in the second Tomb Raider movie with Angelina Jolie, Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life, there's a part where a shark swims up to Lara and then she punches it in the face, and then as it's disoriented and starts to swim off, she grabs the back of its fin to hitch a ride. Hello there, Dex. It's going good, thank you. Just traversing the dangerous waters, the shark-infested waters, for a key that in the remastered graphics really blends in with the environment. How's things with you? You doing all right, Ryu? That's good to hear, dude. I was going to ask you yesterday, too. Have you seen much of the Terminator 2D game that came out recently? I ended up buying it, and I've done a little bit of a play of it, but just the training levels. You can do training levels in it, and the gameplay feels definitely like Contra. So they've definitely nailed that kind of feel, and also like you're at an arcade with the way that they structure the demos that get shown and all that. So I'm looking forward to doing a playthrough and stream of it. Thank you very much, Dex, for the 7 stream streak. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's awesome. You're winding down, just relaxing and hanging out. That's cool. Glad to hear that, dude. It's always good to be able to relax, and hope you have a great sleep when you go to sleep later. Well, no, never heard of that, but it sounds dope as fuck. It is really cool. They've really captured the retro style and stuff. As far as I know, it doesn't have co-op decks, but that could potentially maybe be something they might add if there's enough sort of like people asking for it, maybe. But it very much is in line with the old school kind of like run and gun shooters or shmups, I guess. Like Contra, remember you do play P1 and P2? Yeah. As far as I know, there isn't. Oh, you could do, yeah. Yeah. As far as I know, from what I could see, there wasn't anything like that, but that'd be cool for players to have. You really like what you've seen of the Terminator 2D game? Yeah. Yeah, I was saying before that if they were to do another Arnie movie as a game, it'd be interesting to do the first Predator movie, because I feel like there's an opportunity there to do a really good old school retro style game of Predator.
Uh-huh.
Dick, some of the best times of your life were with family and friends on NES and SNES playing games with people in the same room as each other. Youngers nowadays just wouldn't understand. There was definitely something about that, and also like having your friend literally sitting right next to you playing games where it was co-op, like games like for me and my friend were, Double Dragon and stuff like that, playing two players, especially like Double Dragon 3, which was a really fucking difficult game. Lucinda, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in. How's things? Hope you had a great stream. Welcome on in, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Dex, a lot of those games were unforgiving. Mega Man games, anyone? They really were. That is for sure. And a lot of those games didn't have checkpoints. Some had password systems, but not all. And so you didn't have that as a backup, even. It was pretty much like, you ran out of all your lives and continues, restart the game from the start. Forced. Forced from the start. For those who didn't come in with the raid, definitely like to recommend people check out Lucinda's channel. Was doing a playthrough of Fallout New Vegas. Also is a fan of the Dishonored series, so like stealth games too. Some of the games that she's played recently is Resident Evil 2 Remake, as well as the altars as well, and a great streamer with some really cool raccoon-themed emotes as well. Thank you, Lone and Necro, for joining the raid, and everyone as well. How's it going, Necro? Listen, you get to raid me for a change. How is Tomb Raider 2 going? Your stream went well. Just did some side quests in Fallout New Vegas. Very nice. That's good. GG's on getting some of those quests done as well. And yeah, it's a bit surreal. That's for sure. But thank you so much for raiding. Really appreciate it. It's going well, Necro. Awesome, dude. That's great to hear. So for those who haven't come across my channel before, I do streams every day, different games on different days. This playthrough, though, is a bit of an anomaly because I just decided this week to actually start it, doing it earlier than my other scheduled streams. But after I finish this stream, later on I'll be doing Assassin's Creed Syndicate. But yeah, there's my current schedule for the games that I've got going. Okay, that won't work. John Hamhock, thank you so very much for the follow. Thank you, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for joining Lucinda's raid as well. I hope you're having a good one. Going all good, John? Oh, that's excellent. That's awesome. Definitely don't want to leave this M16 behind. Yeah, Lord, it's so funny the deaths that can happen. And sometimes it's only a fraction of an increment of a error that causes certain things. All good? That's excellent, John. Glad to hear that. Indeed, Lucinda. It's like drink every time that gets said by Lara. Lucinda, what was the count in the AHA playthrough you did before? That is a good question. I can't actually even remember. I'll see if I've still got the command where I can actually check. Because sometimes I still keep them active because I forget to actually deactivate them. Ah, damn, I might have deleted over the command. Or made it a different one. Yeah, no, unfortunately I don't have it anymore. It was definitely more than 100, that is for sure. It was actually way more than the amount of items you can pick up that caused her to say it, because I was also including when she says it in cutscenes, which she does in one of the early cutscenes. She says, "Aha!" And then if I died, wherever I saved last, any items I would pick up again, I would also count those. Hey there, Lizzie. Good evening to you. How's things today? Listen, that was a funny playthrough. It was really fun to do as well. But yeah, the amount of ahas, it was definitely over 100. That is for sure, at least. Hey, Sumerian. Welcome on in. How's things?
Uh-huh.
Listen, you found the aha part 4 video on your YouTube, and at the end of the video you said it was 360 times. It's at the 4 hour, 10 minute, 36 second mark. Oh, very good. Thanks for checking that, Lucinda. Because, yeah, I didn't have any other way to check as well. Bearsuit, that might be more than a high precision Gera playthrough. Actually,
Uh-huh.
funnily enough, I think I've had one over 360, almost 400, I think, one time. Bearsuit, you like when the NPC mix it up with an ultra slow, high precision Gera? Oh yeah. It sort of goes, higher precision Gera. That kind of thing. Hello there, Spectrum. It's going well, thank you. Having more Lara adventures. Lara didn't have time to put some adventuring clothes on this time. She had to leave quickly. How's things with you?
Uh-huh.
Spectrum, doing well. Surprised to see you on so early. Yeah, the last couple of days I've decided to do some earlier streams, but of this game, which I didn't have scheduled. And then that way, the scheduled games, I can still do them around the same time that I've been doing those. And no, just in this playthrough, Spectrum, I've got her wearing the bathrobe outfit. It's one that she wears at the end of the game, in the final level. But I want to do a meme playthrough where she wears it for the whole game, going into dangerous environments, dodging traps and killing enemies, all while wearing a bathrobe. Kind of like with Assassin's Creed Origins having Bayek run around and kill enemies and jump and climb stuff while wearing a bath towel. So it's in that kind of spirit. Spectrum, you've never seen a bathrobe that short? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Spectrum, your incision is healed over into scar tissue now. You no longer need to keep it bandaged up. Oh, that's great progress with that, Spectrum. That would be a relief to get to that stage as well. And also relieve a bit of the pressure of having it bandaged up all the time.
Uh-huh.
Spectrum, you're just imagining her toes getting squished. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing, too, and whatever's lying on the ground. This whole area that Lara's in right now is a shipwreck, an ocean liner that got capsized. Spectrum, you would stay perpetually lost in there. Oh yeah, that's the thing about these older Tomb Raider games is there's no maps that you can find in the game. There's no map that the game just gives you as a default mechanic. There's no mini map that you can use, anything like that. And there can be a lot of places that look the same, and the game doesn't always show you what pressing a switch is actually opening or closing. Sometimes it will. It'll show you with the camera where it's opening up, but sometimes it just doesn't. And so you have to rely on remembering where you saw a closed door before and hope that you know that that's the one that opened or not. You know, no map is wicked. Yeah, absolutely. And no eagle vision or any sort of similar mechanics. just to show an example of the difference in a lot of pictures on walls and stuff that you find in these old Tomb Raider games, but with the remastered graphics. So we have this character here on the portrait. I'll go into photo mode. So that's them in the remastered graphics versus old school. Hey there, Octavius. Good morning to you as well. How's things been? Yeah, Lucinda, it's just like a massive major night and day difference as well. Because in the old school graphics, it doesn't have the different outfit. It's only in the remastered graphics that whatever outfit you select for Lara is active. But yeah, this is what she's supposed to be wearing. Octavius, it's 4:35 a.m. here and things are amazing. Well, that's good, especially being so early as well. Octavius, you haven't slept yet. I definitely know what that feels like. So in that case, from that perspective, it's actually late instead of early. Another example. Bearsuit, wonder if the scan lines on a CRT will clean up the art in the walls a bit. In many games, it will look blocky on modern screens and resolutions, but in 240p and CRT, it sometimes looks alright. But yeah, not near to the same extent as this remaster looks good. That's a good point too, as well, Bearsuit. Yeah, that can definitely have an effect as well. When you have televisions that the games were actually developed in mind for versus having to adapt something that is more advanced to something that it wasn't designed to need to necessarily worry about.
No. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Lucinda, okay, Rod, it's about time for you to head to bed for work tomorrow. I'll see you in about 8 to 9 hours or so for more Syndicate. You definitely will. Absolutely. Definitely understandable too. I really hope you get some good rest. Would like to highly recommend people check out Lucinda's channel if you didn't come in with the raid earlier and haven't checked out her channel before. Doing a playthrough of Fallout New Vegas. Also a big fan of the Resident Evil series. Looking to play Resident Evil 9 Requiem in the future, of course, and also a fan of stealth games like the Dishonored series. A great streamer with some really cool raccoon-themed emotes as well. That's all good for the shout-out, Lucinda. No problem at all. I really hope you get some good rest. Catch you again soon, and thanks again for the raid. Octavius, if you're streaming for almost 2 hours, that means you've begun your stream earlier than what you usually do. Are you right? Exactly, Octavius, yeah. Yeah, for this playthrough, I've been doing it earlier than my actual scheduled games. Because on Monday, I felt like doing a playthrough of this, because I haven't really played this game with the remastered graphics that much. So I wanted to play it with the remastered graphics instead of the old school. And it's a good way to, when I feel like streaming a game that's not on the schedule, so I'm not as kind of like strict with my scheduling and what games are when and all that kind of stuff. Because yeah, as much as I do enjoy the games that I've got scheduled, sometimes I feel like something different and streaming something different. Plus, there's also so many ideas for playthroughs I want to do without restricting it to it has to be like an annual playthrough or an anniversary playthrough. Octavius, because you usually start the stream 2 to 3 hours from now. That is true, yeah. It's getting close to 2 p.m. my time. And usually it's like, at the earliest, it's like 3 p.m. At the latest, it might be like 9 o'clock at night or, 9:30, 10 o'clock, if I can only do like a short stream. I don't use flares very often, so this will be a good excuse to use it. Octavius, so I guess you'll end the stream earlier today, right? Yeah, I'd like to at least get the levels on the Maria Doria ship finished before ending this stream, and then taking a short break and then coming back with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Octavius, nice. You enjoy me playing Syndicate? It's a great game. You mean you're a dedicated Assassin's Creed player, so yeah. Yeah, it's one of those games too where there's things in it that I think aren't well done. There's things in it that I think sort of neuter the mechanics a bit, like with the parkour and stuff. Um, there's some slight mockeries of the series hidden behind referencing characters and stuff. Just little things here and there that kind of mock, I guess, the more traditional elements of the series and all that kind of stuff. But overall, though, amongst all the games that Ubisoft Quebec have done in that series, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Assassin's Creed Shadows, I think that one is the one that is as close as possible that they've done to a really good traditional Assassin's Creed game. Whereas with the other two, um, their approach to it has been definitely more style over substance and all that kind of stuff as well. But that's a whole other discussion. But yeah, overall, I think Syndicate's a good Assassin's Creed game. I think it's Ubisoft Quebec's best Assassin's Creed game so far that they've done. Yeah, Octavius, ouch. Yeah, big ouch. There can definitely be a lot of them in these games. Oh, is it really, Octavius? Exactly this way you snapped your leg? Oh, bloody hell. Yeah. I've been lucky that I haven't broken any limbs in my life. Knock on wood.
Uh-huh. Aha. 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 Aha.
Alright, so this is a part where you can't help but take damage from the fall. That's why they put that health kit there for you. But if you manage to get to this point without your health being really low, you'll be able to survive this fall. But it really does take a lot of health off of you. So Lara didn't survive that fall only because of the health that she had before making the jump. So as you can see, that wasn't even full. And so now that it's full health and we drop, that's how much you actually lose in health.
Aha.
I've never done it before, but players who do no
Aha.
healing runs, they have to make sure that when they get to that point, they haven't lost any health, I imagine, so that they still have some health left to finish out the rest of the level with.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hey there, Shaky. How's things going, dude? The wind has arrived to attempt to save its streak. Very nice. You motherfucker of a piece of shit.
Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Lizzie, you're now down to 260 pounds, so you've lost 3 pounds since you weighed yourself last week. That's awesome, Lizzie. Great progress on that. That's really good. It's good when you can see results happening. Shaky, stream 69 retained. Not sequentially, of course, but hey. Oh, no worries at all, dude. Thank you very much for the 69 stream streak.
Uh-huh.
Kuro Blaisud, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. Welcome on in, everyone. How's things? Hey, Kino the Bear, welcome. How was your stream? What retro games were you playing? Kuro, you were participating in a challenge, trying to beat Nosferatu on hard. Oh yeah, that game. Yeah. I played a little bit of that, but I never knew about it until many, many years later. um, that it was even a thing. So how'd you go with it? I never actually played it more than the first session. I didn't stream it or anything, and when I played it, I didn't actually finish it. Hero, at least you beat level 2. That was already an achievement for you. Oh, really? Yeah, I remember it being very, very unforgiving as well. I kind of liked the style of it because it reminded me of games like Prince of Persia and Black Hawk, or Blackthorn, I should say, by Blizzard. Um, but yeah, never actually finished it, but it definitely seemed like a really, really difficult thing. But your time for sleep has arrived. You have work tomorrow, so you left it there. Oh, no trouble at all. Yeah, I don't blame you. That's for sure. And then next time you play it, you can go at it fresh then as well. Yeah, it's really similar to Prince of Persia. Yeah, I remember getting that Super Nintendo Prince of Persia when I was a kid, and I was looking forward to it so much. I think it was like a Christmas present that I got, and I was just so happy, and that was my first Prince of Persia experience. Hey there, Rotgun, and less to the unlikely. Yeah, it's so funny. I never actually played that one. There were so many games that I never actually even knew existed until emulation became a thing. Then I'm like, oh, this game. That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Kuro, you think the first Tomb Raider also feels kind of Prince of Persia inspired? That's just a crazy theory you have. Oh, I definitely wouldn't discount it. That's for sure. Because even looking at the old school Prince of Persia, where it was the tile based, and however many tiles that you were on gave you an indication of whether you would be able to make it by doing a run and jump. And I remember the two tile trick to do a run and jump on that, where you start at one edge of the tiles, and then you run forward, then back again. But then on the next run back, you actually hold the jump button down. Things like that. But yeah, you look at the grid-based kind of thing with Tomb Raider, and it's a similar kind of stuff. Looking at how much room you have on a ledge, and sometimes using like the diagonal of a ledge that you're on in the grid, and all that kind of stuff. There's definitely a lot of DNA with a lot of those games. And I mean, even Prince of Persia was partly inspired by Indiana Jones as well. The creator of the series, Jordan Mechner, when he was watching Raiders of the Lost Ark, when it was a new movie, the scene where Indy jumps across the gap but doesn't quite make it, but then hangs off the edge, and then at the last minute manages to get through the door before it closes. He saw that scene, and that partly gave him an idea for what kind of, gameplay. Kira, that's pretty good info you shared there. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff, like behind the scenes things. Plus, learning about what kind of inspired certain things to be made as well. And to see what elements they took from what already existed, but then they added extra stuff to make it their own. Then you have things like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where you have a flashback to a younger Indiana Jones. And then you get like Tomb Raider, The Last Revelation, having the whole opening sequence be a flashback to when Lara was younger in 1984. Of course, Uncharted 3 and 4 continued that kind of thing as well. That's it, Kiro, yeah. Yeah, like Tomb Raider 4. Yeah. And also, having it tie into something that happens later in the movie, or the game and stuff. I mean, in Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, the Cross of Coronado that he was after when he was a teenager, he does get it, but it's not like the rest of the movie is about that artifact, though. But still, you see that after all those years, Indiana Jones finally gets his hands on it. Hero, are you excited for the new Tomb Raider they announced, or are you mostly a retro fan? Yeah, I'm definitely very curious about it. Um, I liked so far what they showed. Definitely a lot of questions as to what exactly the remake is going to be either adding to from the original 1996 game or taking out of it as well. I understand why they didn't show Jacko and Natla in the trailer for the remake because they wanted it obviously to be about Lara, but I don't recall in that trailer seeing a snippet of her in there as the villain. But yeah, I'm definitely open to it. I actually like all versions of Lara. I'm a little bit of an anomaly in that case. Um, but yeah, I like all versions of Lara. Hero, cool. So I hope the new games are awesome for we to enjoy. Yeah, that's the thing too, as well. Like ultimately, if they end up not being that good, there's definitely a whole bunch of Tomb Raider games that can, still be enjoyed and replayed and stuff. I wasn't actually paying attention before to what that actually opened. Hero, but definitely from the new ones, you've only finished Tomb Raider 2013, you think? But definitely you'll have to play the two others next year before the new release. Your favorite Tomb Raider will always be 2, though. You even used to do speedruns. Oh, very nice. That's cool. Yeah, this one's my second favorite one after The Last Revelation. I really like a lot of the atmosphere in this game as well. But that's cool that you speedran the game. Out of all the levels, like what would you say is probably the most difficult to learn in a speedrun? Kuro, it would be Tibetan foothills or the Temple of Xian because it has a very precise glitch. Oh yeah, that'd be the other thing to consider too, because it's easy to sort of just think that speedrunning is simply about getting through the game quickly, but there's also things that can be obstacles that are related to glitches that need to be performed, mechanics that need to be cheesed, things like that as well. you're not that good of a speedrunner, but it was very satisfying to finish a speedrun with a time near to 1 hour for you and keep improving. You're very rusty in that speedrun now because you've been very busy with work. That is really good though. Like, that's the thing. There's so many things that you would have to keep in mind that to actually get through in that amount of time, even if it might not be something that you feel is like awesome, but that's really good to get that satisfaction.
Aha.
Oh yeah, Kuro, that's definitely no trouble at all. Yeah, now it's time to go to sleep. It was nice to raid you. If you remember correctly, you actually found my channel when you were very active on the speedrun and searching for someone playing Tomb Raider. Oh, very nice, Kuro. That's cool. Yeah, it's really cool when you can come across streams and that you really enjoy. Like I've discovered a lot of streamers by just being curious about, a certain game and what's if people are streaming it. But that's awesome. Thank you again for the raid, Kuro. Code Lara sure knows how to trim a plane down. That is very true. Oh yes. It's funny. In the movie Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, there's a part where when he's flying the plane with his father is like, I didn't know you can fly a plane. And then he's like, fly, yes. Land, no. Lizzie, I swear the biggest achievement with your weight loss has been wearing all those clothes that you boxed up because they stopped fitting. That'd be the thing too, Lizzie, as well, because at the time you might have thought, well, that's that with these. But it's really cool though that you've still got them there as well. And that's a good way to also set sort of like, milestones for yourself and to also see results. That's really cool. This is where I'm actually going to end the stream of Tomb Raider 2 Remastered. It was good to get those levels with the Maria Doria finished in this stream. And the next stream of this, I don't actually know when it will be, because with this game, I haven't actually locked it into a specific schedule. So it could be tomorrow when I do this again, or it could be another day. But in any case, I'm going to be streaming Assassin's Creed Syndicate after I take a little bit of a break. So if you see me streaming Assassin's Creed Syndicate, then that means it's just my scheduled game for Wednesday this week. But I just want to thank everyone so much for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. I'll be back in about 15 minutes with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. But before I end, though, I'd like to give a shout out to some streamers. Would definitely like to recommend people check out the following streamers. I'm in a bear suit, who's been doing The Last of Us Part 1. John Hamhock, who's been doing some Dead by Daylight. Curio Blasuit, who's been doing a lot of retro games. Was doing the game Nosferatu, the Super Nintendo game. Lucinda, who has been doing Grand Theft Auto 5. Actually, no, hang on. Stream Elements has mixed things up. Hang on. I was wondering there for a moment what happened. Lone has been doing some GTA 5, and Lucinda has been doing Fallout New Vegas. Necro has been doing Hogwarts Legacy, QuickDex Cyberpunk 2077, and Shaky has been doing Fallout 4. So definitely recommend checking out those streamers if you haven't before. That's all good, Bear Suit. No trouble at all, dude. I hope you get some great sleep. Definitely catch you in your morning. Hope you have a good one. Thank you for being here too. Thank you everyone for watching the stream. I appreciate it. I'll be back in 15 minutes with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And for those who won't be able to get to that stream, that's completely fine. Thank you for watching this one of Tomb Raider 2 Remastered. I don't know when I'll be doing the next stream of this, but in any case, there'll be more before I finish this game. That's okay, Lone, for the shout out. And for the stream, dude, no problem at all. Oh, I forgot. The game automatically changed Lara into the default outfit, so ahead of next stream, I'll put her back into the bathrobe. There we go.